It's a scam. Stop using templates to get things off your credit report. It's not going to work. I know all of you that are watching this video are having issues getting things off of your credit report. And trust me, you're not the only one. A lot of people have issues, which is why I want to shed some light on this topic and actually help you and show you why your disputes aren't working. So I'm not going to put it from greatest to least. I'm not going to put it in a specific order. I'm just going to give you the reasons why your disputes aren't working, because I've seen a lot of misconceptions and I've seen a pattern when it comes to these people trying to get things removed off the credit report, and it's taking them 6 to 8 months, even a year, even 2 years, and they don't see anything. They get the same thing. It's been verified. So I just want to shed some light. So the number one thing that we're going to talk about are templates. Oh my gosh. I know it's a thing out there, especially when you see it on TikTok, you see it on Instagram, you might even see it on Facebook, and people are always saying, hey, use this template right here to get this removed off of your credit report. Stop it, please. Let me tell you why templates do not work. So the reason why your templates are not working is because it's a template, right? So you're not the first one to ever get your hands on this, all right? So with that being said, you got to understand that the credit bureaus get thousands upon thousands of letters weekly, and there's only but so many human eyes that can look at these things. So with that being said, they put a system in place called e-Oscar. It's an automated system that scans all disputes, right? So with that being said, they're looking for any patterns when it comes to these letters, and also they want to make sure that it's actually you that's actually disputing this information, because of course, you know, there's 1,000 credit repair companies out there that say, hey, we'll work on your behalf and then we'll help you. They try to, as far as the credit bureaus, try to eradicate that. They're saying, okay, if it's not the actual person as a credit repair company, we want to eradicate that. We don't even want to get that. That's where e-Oscar comes in place. So when you get these templates and you actually use them, you low-key sound like a credit repair company, because you're using the same thing everybody else is using. And e-Oscar has seen this same template hundreds of times this week. So it already knows that, okay, I've seen this before. The only thing that's different is the name and maybe the address. So I'm going to go ahead and write this off and I'll go ahead and send it back. So that's when it comes into play that, okay, it's come back verified. And then you as the actual consumer is actually upset because it's like, I'm getting frustrated because I keep getting the runaround. The reason why you're getting the runaround is because you're listening to everybody else and you're using templates that everybody else is using. All right, and the next thing I want to say is using these terrible credit repair companies. I'm not saying all of them are bad, but let's call a spade a spade. A lot of these are just trying to finesse you out of your money. And I'm going to explain. If you're a part of some of these credit repair companies and you're not seeing any progress. So with that being said, a lot of these credit repair companies are giving credit repair a bad name because the only thing they're doing is scamming you. So let's just say I'm a credit repair company and you're actually the person that needs help, and I tell you, hey, I can help you remove everything off your credit report that's negative. Just give me your information and I'll go from there. It's not them using your information where they're actually scamming you, right? Because that's where a lot of people get it misconstrued. No, it's the finesse down the line. So a lot of these credit repair companies that aren't real credit repair companies are using the same templates that I just told you about. They're just sending it, it's coming back verified. So now the credit repair company actually has actual proof. Oh, here you go, sir or ma'am. It came back verified. We're gonna try again next month. You know it's gonna take another 30 to 45 days. And what does that mean for you? That means you're paying a monthly subscription. If you're not paying a monthly subscription, you paid it all the way up front. So you're paying hundreds, 200, thousands, even 10,000s of dollars just for them to get something that's verified, because they're sending something off that's actually not helping you. Does that make sense? They just keep sending the same templates that everybody else is using off TikTok and stuff like that, and it's always come back verified. We're gonna try again. Oh, also, your payment is due of $109 for this month. Do it again, do it again, do it again. And they're just gonna wring you dry until you quit. And then you're going to be upset and say, oh, credit repair is an actual scam. I will never get my credit fixed. No, you just did not take the necessary terms to actually vet these credit repair companies, and they just took your money. So with that being said, you really have to really dial in when it comes to these credit repair companies and make sure that you're not getting scammed. If you don't see any type of difference, or they're not holding any type of one-on-one with you about what they're actually doing to get the negatives off your credit report, then you need to move in the other direction, because 9 times out of 10, it's a scam. All right, and the next one I just want to bring up is also not taking the proper necessary steps to get your credit fixed. And I feel like that goes into number 1 and number 2 when it comes to credit repair companies as well as templates. I totally get it. I totally get it. You know, this might not be something that you want to look up. You don't have no passion for this, which you don't have to have a passion for this. And you just want somebody else to take care of it. That's fine. But I don't know if you've ever heard the saying, nobody's going to take care of you like you take care of you. So if you keep that in mind and you're just paying somebody to do something that you really have no knowledge whatsoever about, they can take advantage of you. So at the end of the day, taking the proper necessary steps to get your credit fixed is only thing you have to do is do a little research. I'm not telling you to be the greatest credit guru out there, but even if you're going to use somebody to fix your credit on your behalf, at least know what's going on. Understanding credit, investing in your financial future, because whatever you don't do now will affect you in the future. Does that make sense? So at the end of the day, understand how credit utilization works. Understand how you got this negative and what it'll take to get it off. So when you talk to the person that's in this credit repair company, okay, are you going to take these necessary steps? Are you going to use this actual consumer law right here? Is it necessary? Is it not necessary? So you're putting people on Front Street and say, oh, okay, they actually know what's going on. I can't actually just take advantage of them. Or do a total 180. What you can really do is, I'll do it myself. I'll send off the letters. I'll actually do a certified mail. I know what I'm actually doing, or I actually halfway know what I'm doing. So at least let me try to see what's actually going to happen. Let me actually send it to the credit bureaus. Let me actually talk to CFPB. Let me actually call these people on the phone and ask them all the necessary questions I need to. Let me contact the original creditor and see what they say. Let me see all the necessary steps. Sometimes money isn't the only way of investing. You're investing time, and you're trying to create a skill which you don't even know subconsciously of how to actually take the proper steps of cleaning your credit. So if you take all of these 3 things that I just said into account, I promise you, you're going to see a difference and you're going to see progress when it comes to your credit. Because you got to remember, your credit is the most important thing in this world. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. So now that I've given you those reasons why your disputes aren't work, I just want to shed some light on how you can actually still move forward with actually getting things off of your credit report negatively. So number 1, you have to make sure that your personal information is correct. Everything has to be correct on your credit report to the T. I'm talking about your name has to be correct, middle name, last name. It cannot be spelled differently, nothing. If you stay in 100 Apartment Road, it cannot say 101 Apartment Road. That's inaccurate. So you can dispute that. Hey, I don't live here, I live here. And you'll be surprised sometimes when those things are connected to negatives, you'll actually see those things removed. Not saying that will always work. That's a disclaimer. But I just want to let you know and shed some light. You have to make sure your personal information is correct before you move on to your actual negatives. And another thing, you have to understand these credit reporting agencies. You got to remember, they're not government owned. These are privately owned entities, data furnishing companies. So at the end of the day, even if something on your credit report, let's just say you did do it, let's just say it is accurate, it's valid, but it's up to them to actually accurately validate that. You see what I'm saying? So if you take the proper necessary steps, hey, I contacted the original creditor, they said one thing, you're saying another. So if you show, hey, I see this on my credit report, it's negative, it's negatively affecting my financial future, I need to remove, blah, 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 and they come back, it's verified. Then you counteract them with a nice letter that you drew up yourself, and you're saying, well, how did you verify it? Did you contact the original creditor? Did you do this? Did you do that? And at the end of the day, it's up to them to prove it. Because if they can't prove it, they have to remove it. They have to, because it's not accurate. And just another thing, actually writing to the credit bureaus yourself. I know I talked about this earlier, but I'm just saying, actually writing it yourself. So even if you do want to type it, please make sure that you're actually giving proof of identity when you're actually sending this information. Please send a copy of your driver's license, and send a copy of your where you're staying with your name on it, or a bill or anything of that nature. Because at the end of the day, you don't want something to come back verified saying that, oh, this could be a credit reporting agency that's actually doing this. We're actually just going to say it's verified, because that actually happened to me in my beginning stages of me getting my credit fixed. So I'm telling you right now, just from experience. Just make sure that if you're doing it, handwrite it yourself. No signature at the bottom. It's not necessary. Do not do it. Just listen to me. And also make sure that you're sending an actual proof of your identity. Or you can actually get an affidavit and you can actually get it actually notarized. That's even better actually. So just take all that into consideration as well when you're actually disputing it. And the last thing that I want to talk about is also actually looking up your credit report yourself. You can go to IdentityIQ, annualcreditreport.com, and actually look at your credit report yourself and see what is negatively affecting you. And then after that, just pounce on those inaccuracies. If you see something different from all three, if you see TransUnion, Equifax are both posting different type of amounts, you can pounce on that. You can use that to get something removed, and you can show proof. Hey, I see you're reporting this. They're reporting this. This is inaccurate. I need this removed. Or you're saying that it was open on this date. It was actually open on this date. I need this to actually be removed. So at the end of the day, you have to remember that pouncing on the inaccuracies is the best topic, because you just don't want to start throwing out law jargon to them, because 9 times out of 10 you don't know what you're talking about if you haven't took the proper necessary time to invest and learn these proper consumer laws, and you're putting laws about the certain type of days they have to respond back. You're talking about collections and late payment removals that they discuss in the actual consumer law, but the whole time you're just trying to remove an inquiry. So they're looking at this letter like verified. So yeah, so make sure that you actually take all this into accountability and stop getting your disputes actually just verified each and every time. So if you take all the proper necessary steps that I've actually given you in this video, I promise you're going to see a difference, and you're going to see yourself moving forward in your financial future when it comes to your credit, because your credit, again, is the most important thing. Don't let anybody scam you. Stop using templates and actually do the groundwork and actually see what is going on in your credit report, and then go from there. Because at the end of the day, you will not only get your credit fixed, but you'll gain a skill as well. So God forbid, if this happens again, you know exactly what to do. And I want to appreciate you guys for stopping by with me. If you have any questions as far as your disputes or anything like that, or you're creating a dispute letter or anything, hit me in the comment section and I'll try my best to get back to you and try to help you the best way I can. And until next time, ladies and gents.